anybody questions that, look at REM, and I'm not knocking REM at all, but if you were to take away the huge visual presence that REM has throughout their career, thanks to great taste from Michael Stipe's in art, he's an art man, he's a design guy, you kind of have a Southern rock band. Yet, you can't call REM a Southern rock band because of what gets called into your mind when you think about REM. You think about the monster cover, think about Automatic for the People, think about the REM logo, the stickers. The Radiohead is at least 50% graphic design. It's very suggestive. I think it's strange to have a logo for a solo artist. I think that's odd. I think being a solo artist is a very tricky thing because you are the brand. And it's an interesting thing to mimic, to sort of balance being the person and being the brand. Whenever I see a solo artist have a logo, it's very odd. I have sort of a logo, I've given into it. But I think that solo artists should have names. The Eric Clapton logo, the typeset from the old record, it's gorgeous. It was all done by hand. It wasn't Illustrator back then, You think of the old James Taylor records. They were beautiful typefaces. You think about the greatest hits album. It's white. What does it say? I've got nothing for you but my music. All I've got is my music, and don't you love that? How about that? Continuum is a very conscientious album cover, and to say, music by John Mayer. If you like it, you like it. This is what I do. So it's the name of my record on a gray background. It has a huge effect. If Nora Jones come away with me, she and I instantly see the album cover in your head because it's a great album cover, where her in the daytime in a poppy field, it'd be a different album cover. If it was a painting of a little girl, the control that you have over image is fantastic. The control that you have over self-image, nothing. You have no control over self-image, but you have control over your product. For me, I run a funny line because my product is my name. So you have to really be careful. When I see like Daniel Powder as a DP and it goes together, I go, are you a person or are you a bank? I don't understand. I'm not making fun of the guy. We're going to logoisms. It's a weird, it's an interesting thing.
On that theme, Jimmy Buffett, and what Jimmy did, of course, was didn't brand Jimmy Buffett. He branded Margaritaville.
Right.
And Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville. So
Right.
Margaritaville goes out there, it opens restaurants, it sells T-shirts, it sells beer,
Right.
it sells tequila. And just as a quick aside, I asked Jimmy the other day about its gross per year.
I'm sure it's
$200 million
I'm sure.
a year.
I'm sure.
It is a very serious brand name.
I'm sure. It's very tricky to be a solo artist and sell merchandise. Someone asked me about 5 years ago, they said, do you want to start labeling the shirts? We can take off the American Apparel logo and you can make your own labels. You can have whatever logo you want on there. And I said, no. I don't make shirts. I can't make shirts. Now, if I was a band, what are the things you can do in a band that you can't say? You can say, when you're in a band, my band, I'm in the greatest fucking band of all time. You can't say, I'm the greatest fucking solo artist ever lived. You lose the tribe. You don't get the tribe. That's something I've lost in my life. I may have enough money to buy a Lamborghini, but I don't because there's nobody to drive it with. Because I'm a solo artist. So you figure it out. Buy yourself a nice watch, keep it under your cuff. Someone says they like it, you go, thank you very much. That's a solo artist. I think it's odd to sell merchandise inside of a record that you just bought. I've never wanted to do it, I never have. I think it's offensive to a band, the overall concept and construct of what a band is, open up an album cover that you just bought and have an opportunity to give more money. I don't like people who give me the opportunity to buy things as if they're helping me out. When Apple sends me an email and says, congratulations, you can buy it easier now. Well, great, but that's not something. You're forgetting, I'm giving you this. People doing you a favor by selling you something. Hey, look, the last one in the store. I'm going to sell it to you. Really? Will you let me give you money for this? It's a funny balance, Yes, I'm selling you a ticket and it's going in my pocket, but we're going to both forget about that, both entertain each other, both win-win, and that's why people keep coming back. So people say, I've been to 18 shows. They're not saying I've spent X amount of dollars. I don't know if they've ever added it up, but I've never added it up. But all I know is when I go buy a pair of sneakers, I get the long print. paper feed. Maybe I'll answer a couple more and then I'll... Yes?
You surround yourself with amazing musicians. You know, Robbie, Dave Ramirez, JJ, Steve Jordan's the man. Big fan.
He knows for years. Yeah, he's the lead guy with me.
What is it about them that makes them so attractive to you to hire them?
They have narrowed what they do down to a pinhead's focus. That's why Andy Leibovitz is a great photographer, because you get there and the photo shoot is 12 minutes long. I did a Gap ad. The photo shoot was 12 minutes long. Not easy, because everybody there are doing huge processes. They're doing, you're just not seeing it, because their process has become internalized. That's the best thing you can do. Right now, your process is externalized. Everything is externalized to you. But what you hope to do, and I'll tell you, the masters and the guys who keep getting gigs and gigs and gigs, are the guys who internalize their process into their own language, and they just show up. And what Steve Jordan's doing and what Pino's doing is they're running through crate after crate after crate of experiences and things they've done. And they're random access like hard drives spinning up. Ooh, what record was this on? Ooh, maybe a Motown thing here. But they're not discussing it where it doesn't need to get discussed. And so that means that it's efficient. So efficient. We're all really efficient now. We get into the studio, and to bring back to the question from the producer-songwriter, you get efficient. If you already know this is a small song, you can go into the studio and say, don't load in drums. Do you think it might be? You go load in the drums. Get the drummer for half a day. Let's get Pino for 2 days. You've got to fly back. You're still in charge of the song because you know it. And when you bring these people in, time is money, and time is of the essence. And you go, all right, here's what I want to try. Let's try out the basses. Instead of playing the bass for four times over the same track, plug the bass in. Let's get a sound. Think about your song. Try the moon bass. Yeah, it is the P bass. All right, let's try the P bass. Go. They're very efficient. They don't mess around, and everything they're doing is incredibly high quality, but their process is so innate that all you get is the flavor and the fun of playing, the excitement of playing. They don't share their process with you, and that's what I think makes a consummate musician. Robbie McIntosh is, when he's playing guitar, Robbie is one of the finest, I mean, truly finest guitar players I've ever heard in my life. What he's cycling through, he's going back to 13, and then he's going to 23, and then he's going all through his life, all the records that he's heard, and that's what you'll do with everything you've learned at Berklee. When you're playing in real time, writing a song, or you're playing a session, random access, just spinning through cognitive, synaptic bubbles, and they're bursting, and you move. But to the onlooker, all right, you want to run it? All right, give it to me. Which fader am on this one? Okay, just run the next one. All right, let's try. What's happening is completely different than what's going on inside, and those guys are really, really good about knowing what's going to work and who they are as musicians. You know, and then it's a matter of getting the right musicians. I'm not going to get Steve Jordan on something that I don't think Steve Jordan's going to play his best on. You know, there's an Abe Laboriel thing that Steve Jordan doesn't do. There's a Steve Jordan thing that Abe Laboriel doesn't do. So you just start to learn the index. I also want to say, too, that I started a band with friends because I couldn't find, you know, and I don't want to talk down about anybody I've ever played with. It's been a joy to play music with everyone I've played music with. But you will have that revolving door. You will go, drummer's not right, okay, drummer's right, guitar player's not right, and it just keeps revolving until you get the combination lock. It's like beep. It's like a launch sequence. You're hacking on how to get it. So I don't sit before you as a guy who just went straight into it. Gone through a lot of drummers, gone through a lot of guitar players, gone through a lot of bass players. You just move through until you find that combination revolving the door.
Also, John, again, as I said earlier, nothing makes a good player sound better than playing great songs played with a terrific one.
Who here has an ensemble? Do you play an ensemble?
Outsiders.
Did you solo in every class? They go around and everybody solos? Pretty much. The teacher says, give it to me. I was at an ensemble today, and this is not about the quality of the band, it's sort of the quality of the arrangement. Not every single arrangement is perfect to solo over. If you notice, there's some ensembles that we walk away from and you zip up your instrument and you go, it wasn't, why can't I just pull it out? Why couldn't I get it out? I'm a terrible player. I just can't access it when I play. And really what it comes down to is what's the arrangement? You know, today we were playing over. That's it. Oh no, let's keep moving. How can you? I mean, that's you're playing over one chord, and I'm playing over one chord, and I'm going, really? Why can't I? I can't make a. This sounds terrible. This doesn't work. Oh, okay, I'm gonna move around. Nah, it's not it is. That's the arrangement. You know, not every, like I was saying today, not every hand comes out on the table the same way. You deal with what, if you plug in and you're a guitar player, and you plug in and you have a crappy amp, you can come up with something that works on that crappy amp. You just can't come up with what you want it to. And so it does matter what the song is. It matters the arrangement. It matters the players. When you meet somebody in life and you go, I just couldn't really get along. God, am I just not a good conversationalist? Can I not? It's them. It's them, and it's always them. You know I know I'm a good conversationalist. Why? There are people I meet, I go out, I meet people, and I go, wow, she's a good looking girl. If you ever find yourself going back to zero, the blood pressure goes, so, what are you in town for? I'm in town for lifting a bone. Am I bad? It's not. When you're in it, and you're going, I know I'm a better guitar player. Look at the arrangement, because you know what I can play over all day is one of the greatest four chords ever written is you can play it all day. It's the beautiful circle, you know. Oh love. Oh, love. You can play on it all day. It's beautiful. It's so much fun to play on. It's beautiful, but how are you going to go? It's like a jump rope that goes 2 feet. How can I?
A phrase that I like to use in my class. The difference between a good player and a great player. The good player knows what to play, and a great player knows what not to play. So you listen, they're doing it, you're a great player, you go, I think you're all set.
Yeah, exactly.
You walk away. If you don't have anything to add to it, don't add anything.
When there's two
Be a great player. Leave.
When there's two guitar players in an ensemble, you know what I go to? Fourth or? Oh yeah.
By the way, as you get older, you haven't experienced this yet, but you wind up on stage with lots of other guitar playing old people. And what I invariably do, I put on my guitar, and they say, which mic would you like, and how would you like your guitar to be? And I say, turn down my microphone and turn off my guitar. There's plenty of people there. I'm just window dressing.
Nobody here. I do that too. Well, especially because I'm the lowest guy on the totem pole, so I. No, look, when I'm out there, I did this gig last summer, and it was me and Funny Guy and Eric Clapton and Johnny Winter was out there. And who was it? I don't think B made it out that late. It was Winwood was out there. Robbie Robinson was out there. So you just sort of, until they call you up, you step forward and you do your thing, and you go, all right, you know. But that was it. One more question, then I'll play a song on the way out.
All right, that'll be great. Yes.
So you said that you went to Atlanta instead of LA or New York, and I'm kind of in the same position where what kind of was it chance that you went to Atlanta, or it was chance?
It was chance, but I don't know if that's narrow enough to say right place, right time. It's kind of broad. It's a state, you know.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, you know, what should logically go to LA, like passionately do this.
I don't know that you need to anymore. You know, there's this great book called The World is Flat. It's more about, you know, telecommunications, fiber optics and stuff, but it's true for everything. The world is flat now. It's a more horizontal world. You don't have to go to LA to do it. When I went to LA for the first time, I had 80 people in the crowd. I didn't know who they were. I'd never been to LA. Why are you here? Because they were trading stuff, time on Napster and Berklee, you don't need to go to, you can go to India and do it. You know, I don't think it matters so much the location anymore. Wait, let me ask you a question. If you couldn't go anywhere other than where you were naturally going to go, where would you be? Where's home?
San Francisco.
That's a scene, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to do. I just don't know if I should.
By the way, the other thing that San Francisco gives you is it gives you the infrastructure of an existing friend and family network that when you're trying to knock those pieces down, it is some helpful to have that infrastructure.
I'm saying because it must be true because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know.
Where are you from, John?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Fairfield, Connecticut.
Yankee fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan of whatever town I'm in. He's talking about a tour. I'm a fan of whatever town I'm in. So, let's go get him, your home team. Well, I think it's a matter of, well, this sort of leads into what I want to tell everybody. The market value of a song, of a good song, is so low right now. I mean, it is absolutely a seller's market. It is a seller's market for songs because, so I guess it's high. The market value is high, I should say, because there's so few songs that really, truly connect with people. So much so that you can now feel radio giving in and going, we have to play new music. It's our format. We don't have enough new music. So we're just going to now begin to move down the list. And I think that's what we're starting to hear. And we haven't really had any superstars put killer. Rihanna they're going to put every track from that record out as a single. Because no one else is, it's just lapping everybody. It's that good. And it's really good. That happens to be really good. Rihanna could win in any decade, anytime. But the bands that have songs that the American Idol bands they don't have some of those rock songs if you really want to put a song out that just has a chorus that repeats something 4 times, you'll have a person do 3 songs that have choruses that repeat and lyrics that really connect, and you'll have guys at your show in 3 months. You just will. If you have anything better than a long drawn-out chorus that doesn't. The worst chorus in the world to me, and I've said this a few times, if anybody's doubling up on me, the chorus that just keeps going. Well, I went up to the body, it's just a laundry. It's just so hitting somebody. So that's what we're getting to, because the more lyrics you write, the less editing you have to do. And isn't that easy? To just take the editing sort of scope and just make it so wide and loose that you can just write whatever you want to write. But if I give you 8 lines, you're going to take 3 weeks to write 8 lines. If I give you 30 lines, you're just going to start going. Because now your scope is large, you sit all day. And I'm getting very, very lazy, and I think Nashville started it. I think people who came in and interpreted, like Garth Brooks writing, Shania Twain writing, they misinterpreted it. Because it was verbose, but it still held its point.
Yeah.
They misinterpreted it, and it became this sort of lost in translation version of a lot of information. That's half. That's half. The song is called, maybe it's called Before He Cheats, right? But you're not really singing about Before He Cheats. Here we go. Maybe next time I think before he cheats. The only cheating in there is sort of not writing about him cheating. It's lazy.
You listen to it and you hear it and they sing it once and you think to yourself, I cannot believe that they're going to sing this 3 more times. They don't deserve singing once.
Well, no, exactly.
Wow.
And if you hammering your title to the end after the crash, I missed you, baby. That's not. You have to put it in. It's crafting. You're putting your ideas in and working around your ideas. So if you have a song, it's going to work.
The other thing is that I like to say, and I'm sure you, John, agree with, is that if you're playing those same chords that you play, you songwriters, and you get sick of them, stop playing them.
Right.
Play and go and play the songs. Get the real sheet music, the full sheet music, not a fake book, but the actual sheet music of the song that you wish you had written.
Great.
And then practice those songs. Practice them, learn them, and then steal them and make them your own.
If you learn the template, you can reverse engineer anything you want. You've really given away all the secrets. You can listen to a song on the radio and go, I want one like that. And you may think that you're ripping it off, but you're giving yourself too much credit because you didn't rip it off well enough. So now, you failed at ripping off the song. You succeeded at writing your own great new song.
Yeah, amen.
You know, if you just, and I listened to Rolling Stones one time and I went, oh, no B section. I like that. You know, Rolling Stones are great about getting to the point.
Yeah.
They really get straight to the point. Two things that happen too much right now in songwriting are B sections. I think in young songwriters, B sections and bridges. B sections and bridges are not worth as much as you think they are. They're just ways to stave off either writing the chorus or you didn't work hard enough on making your chorus connect to the verse that you need to buy yourself a little bit of harmonic leeway to get there. And that's what I've started to do. Just take those B sections down. I want to know where the chorus is. Nobody ever said you had too many choruses. That's too hooky. That's too hook. Why did you always go straight to the hook? Why can't you just set it up? Nobody's ever said that. The best thing in the world is to have an artist come in and play a song that's too long because he loves his chorus so much. That's the easiest fix in the world. You go, hey, you got a really good problem I'm about to tell you about. Your chorus is killer and you know it too much. If you want someone to hear that chorus more, let them rewind the song. Hear it over again. Because that's beautiful. Beautiful. The other thing I want to tell you, and I'll play you out with a song, and this is sort of universal information. I also want to thank you, Livingston, and thank you guys for missing whatever you're missing and giving all this time. It means a lot to sort of come back 10 years later and sort of reinforce more than I thought I was going to about what this school teaches. The number one thing that will get you through life, that's gotten me through life, is to define your expectations. Everything you do, you must define, if not numerically, just the overall sort of virtue of what you want your expectation for success to be. And if you can do that, then you have mapped out something very honest and authentic. If you decide that you want to be a pop artist, you just want everyone to hear your songs. I don't care. I just want to write the best songs I can, and I want everyone to hear them. You've now defined your expectation in a way that sort of says, if you've answered yes to this, then go to page 6. And then page 6 says, okay, listen, you got to compromise. Now you got to compromise. You're going to be making music for the masses, so you're going to get taxated creatively 20% on everything you write. And if you really want that, then that's what it's going to take. And if you answered no, if the first question was, well, what do you expect? Do you want to be a pop artist? You say, I don't like pop. I just want to write my music the way I want to, and I just want to express myself. Yes, that's great. But if you're saying that and you secretly want to be a pop artist, you will fail. And not only will you fail, but you'll be really unhappy. Really, really unhappy. If you can be honest. I sat across from someone one time. Don't know who they are, I promise. You can't assume who they are. Famous person. And a friend of a friend, and she said something so honest to me. Talking about next opportunity, or she was upset because of something, and she said, I just want people to love me. And I thought it was so honest. Everybody should live like that. I just want people to love me. I just want people to like my work. People like what I do. You know how many people give up their peace of mind, give up their dignity, give up everything in their life because they don't want to admit, I just want to be loved. And everybody in this room wants to put a record out that everybody loves. I don't care who you are. Why would you say, I want to make money just that much? It doesn't exist. The human instinct is to reach as many people as you can, but everybody has their compromise. I want to reach as many people as I can, but without doing something musically that's less. Say what you need to say. It's as benign a chorus as I'm ever going to write, but it worked for that movie. That movie is a Rob Reiner movie. It's a feel-good movie, and it's not. And at the time, I was really upset with the long chorus.